This is a whole bunch of gear that I got that I'm gonna open. Some of it is sponsored stuff. Some of it is my own fault because I have gear acquisition syndrome and I went through a sick episode where I couldn't stop searching for vintage compressors. And some of it is a mystery. I'm not really sure. Let's do this. I just found out that someone I used to know got eaten by a bear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For this guy, what's this here? Woo! Oh, it's time to be less precious about art. What is this? What is this? Oh, I broke it. What is inside? Package number 1. Yo, this thing smells exactly like weed. This thing's covered in weed.
It's weed.
It's a DBX 128. Oh, clean. Nice and clean. The DBX 128 compressor. Oh, yeah. Cables. This is one of the worst looking boxes I've ever seen in my life. What is this? What is it?
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
What the heck is this? The DBX 118 dynamic range enhancer compressor thingy. These old school DBX compressors use RCA, which is, I guess, a bummer because I think it degrades your signal somehow. To be perfectly honest, if I'm going in the box, I'm trying to F up the signal. It's too pristine. I'm trying to make it, like I don't want weird buzz and stuff like that, but I definitely want my signal to just be more analog-y. I don't mind if I lose low end, if I lose some high end, it's okay. I'm always trying to make my digital recordings sound more analog, and my super dirty analog recordings, I'm always trying to clean them up and get them to be more clear. Never get that balance. Talking. Woo! What do you got right here? It's another box. What could this be? Woo! Vintage DBX 163 compressor. This one smells interesting. Again, we got RCAs going on here. The next thing we got here. Oh. The MPX single channel tube preamp, warm audio. Woo. It's got the VU. You gotta have this thing. Got some switches, they feel nice and sturdy. I'm very excited to check out the warm audio MPX tube amplifier. I feel like I want to redo this studio anyhow. It's cool, but it could be more ergonomic. The best way to make it ergonomic is to sell all your stuff, but that's not the direction I'm going. It's not really rack stuff. I got like 2 things that are technically rack, and this just lays on top of it. There's probably way too much heat, but one issue I'm running into is I don't have enough plugs on my power surge thing. Anyways, I'm gonna try to reorganize this and use the stuff that I got. Now we're screwed. Just been scavenging for little tiny screws. By the way, to see the video on how I built this desk by hand with just stuff that was left over in the barn, reclaimed stuff, watch this video right here. A pair of DBX 163. Here. This is just the current iteration. These are not like set up yet. I just want to start using them. They feel pretty solid for the moment. DBX 118 compressor, DBX 128 compressor, 2 DBX 163s, the warm audio tube preamp, MPX. It's supposed to sound like tape. We'll mess around with that. Obviously, you got my trusty warm audio tone beast. And yeah, it looks cooler in here. All right, now with my DBX 118 seller nicely included a bunch of RCA cables, RCA to line, which is what you need on these vintage compressors. All of these DBX are RCA. Like I was saying before, I don't care if there's signal loss, I embrace that. I'm trying to F up my digital sound. I'm trying to make it more analog-y. I might be misguided. We'll see. So now we're gonna do wiring. I just wanna explain that on my Claret, this Claret has 4 inputs with preamps, so just like the Claret inputs, and then just 4 line ins. And I like that because I don't have to worry about bypassing pre's because there are no pre's on the back. So basically, with the Tone Beast and the MPX, I have like 2 additional inputs, 2 additional preamps. So altogether I have 6 preamps going to this Claret. But I also have like, you know, the 388, which has 8 preamps. I have other outboard preamps, vintage Tascam stuff that I can use. But as far as new stuff goes, that's why I like the Claret. It's really, really small. It has preamps and you can also take it with you and use it to like expand on.
Jesus Christ.
If you're wondering like what the hell is going on here, what am I doing? There's got this piece of gear, I got that piece of gear. I don't know how the YouTube game works. I just got a bunch of gear and I'm gonna make some music with it. So how did all this happen to me? All this gear, and how does this fit into my minimalism lifestyle? It doesn't. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I am an addict, right? I'm addicted to this type of stuff. I don't know how it happened, but for some reason I got into like a DBX compressor thing, and I went down a rabbit hole for like a week and I could not stop looking and window shopping and doing all that crazy stuff. And it became very, very important that I got not only 1 DBX compressor, but somehow 4 to compare, or I don't know how this happened. And then Warm Audio was nice enough to send me this, which I'm super stoked about. And so that's great. And I'm super excited to try out that tube compressor, but this is not healthy. What is happening here is exactly what you should not do. You do not need any of this crap, but since I have it, let's mess around with it. Is it gonna work? Ooh. Gotta have this. Gotta have the knobby thing so that people know you're a real producer. If you don't have this, you're a freaking loser. Okay, maiden voyage. I'm just kind of getting like I'm pushing this preamp a little bit. Snare mic, kick mic, 57, going into the tube preamp, Warm Audio MPX, and then I just got like an ND68 on the kick. Let's see what this sounds like. We got a lot of saturation. It's weird because it's not moving. It's like the signal is not, the dial is not even registering anything. That's weird. What I'm trying to do is get a signal on this like dial, but it's trying to F with me. I'm like, yo, what do I gotta do? What do I gotta do to get a signal here? I guess it only like kicks in unless I hit the high gain mode, which is really weird. Did you guys know about this? Is this your experience? So I figured out what was going on with the VU meters. I emailed Warm Audio, they responded same day. They're really great about that. It turns out that if you plug in any unbalanced cables into the MPX, the VU meter only works on certain modes. So if you have like a vintage compressor, you're gonna have to use something else as a buffer and then go to that compressor. I don't think it affects how the machine works, just affects the VU meter. But anyways, just wanted to point that out. And I guess the reason is because that's just how the circuits were back in the day and they're trying to be faithful to that circuit, so. Oh, fuck me. Ah! This guy seems kind of fresh. This is like, hey, ah! Jesus Christ, please don't wake up. Hey, I should start a barber channel, because I do more haircuts around here than anything else. I'm not bleeding that much.